welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for blessing me with your presence today. So I'm doing a 7 to 10 day forecast, and we're doing it sign by sign, but grouping each sign into its respective element. And so there'll be a collective read for that element, and then each sign's respective breakdown for the next 7 to 10 days. It's a timeless reading, so 7 to 10 days from the time that you come across it. And the way that I would recommend doing this is, if you know your whole birth chart, I would check out the collective reading for the element that is most dominant in your chart. So let's say you're an earth sun, but you have 5 air placements in your chart, then you'd be an air dominant chart. So I would watch the air collective, and then I would go and find your sun, your moon, and your rising signs for the detailed breakdown, and that should give you a pretty full picture watching all 3 of those. But of course, if you only know your sun sign, then just watch the element of your sun sign and watch your sun signs reading. That's more than okay. If you are curious to know your full birth chart and you know your birth time and your birth location, check out the description box below, where you'll find a link to Cafe Astrology's website where they do it for free. You can put your details in for free, and you can find out your chart, as well as a lot of information about yourself as well. And it doesn't cost anything. I'm not affiliated with that site. I found it very helpful myself, so I'm just passing on the wisdom that it has to offer. Don't forget that these messages are general, so take what resonates and leave the parts that don't resonate for someone else who needed to hear that certain or specific message. If you're interested in a private reading with me, feel free to check out my Instagram details in the description box below. All my services are over there, and that's where you DM me to book a reading. And there's also various other posts over there that you might find helpful or interesting, to say the least. But we are going to get into the air sign messages for the next 7 to 10 days. So let's check out the cards that we have. So we have number 32, shield your energy, look beneath the surface. We have number 48, the angel of balance. And we have number 23, healing the heart. So interesting, we have 32 and 23 both reduced to 5. So you guys may see 55 a lot this week, or you might see renditions of or variations of the numbers 32 and 23. So maybe you'll see like 3223 or 2323 or 3232. Various variations of those numbers. They might be like a sign that this message is for you, or you might be seeing those messages a lot. 5 is also a number about obstacles and challenges, kind of like having to overcome them, or transitions and things like that. So that could be a collective energy or collective theme, is that there are some challenges that you're becoming aware of this week, but we'll dive deeper and go into each card on its own. So number 32, shield your energy. The frog here, frogs are very sensitive to their environment, and if there's any pollution in their environment at all, they cannot survive in that habitat. So this is a card about, I suppose, examining your environment. So the people, the places, the vibrations, the feelings that you're picking up on, and really paying attention to what makes you feel good, what makes you feel anxious, what doesn't make you feel right, or what makes you feel off. You're receiving a lot of signals and messages alerting you to what's around you. And some of these might not be alerting you to something good. Some of them might actually be alerting you to something that you need to shield yourself from, whether it's a person, a place, a thing. If you pay close enough attention to the vibrations in your body, you will see something that you haven't been able to see thus far. So there's something beneath the surface that you're not quite seeing. Just trying to think if there's anything else with that card. Yeah, it's basically doing like a total detox. So whether it's like, if it's your body that's lacking balance or lacking nourishment, it's about sort of like giving your body a detox and filling it with really healthy foods and healthy vibrations. Or if it's a person that's taking from you or disrupting your energy, it's about either finding a way to balance the connection or maybe moving away from it, things like that. Yeah, I think that's it with that one. I think it's just detoxing yourself, detoxing your surroundings, nurturing yourself. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm getting with that card. So we'll move on to the Angel of Balance here. So the Angel of Balance, this card is a signal that the Angel of Balance is gracing you with her presence this week. So she could be entering your life to help you find balance, to help you find harmony, either within you or within your environments and surroundings and things like that. So I guess this is telling me that there is something that does need to be rebalanced in your life, and you're going to either become aware of it or it will balance back out in the next 7 to 10 days. So if things have been out of sync, then there may be like a new equilibrium coming into your life. But also consciously try to figure out what you can do to bring balance into your own life. So like whether it's your physical or emotional energy that needs prioritizing, or if you're losing focus on something, or if something is not balanced, it's about consciously trying to bring them back into balance and being aware of it as well. There could be something off balance that is maybe affecting your heart space, or maybe there's something from the past that's affecting your heart space here with Heal the Heart. If I look at them all together, I suppose I could look at that there is something affecting your heart space that maybe needs to be addressed, or you need to find some sort of level of peace or something, because that card can definitely be about releasing past pain and being accountable for yourself and getting healthy and renewing yourself after suffering and things like that. So this seems to be a time when you're kind of healing wounds and finding that inner balance, and I suppose removing things in and around you that are disrupting that peace that you're cultivating within inside you. And it kind of seems like as you heal within and find balance within, everything around you starts to harmonize at like a ripple effect, I think, as well. So that is what I'm seeing for the air sign collective. So I'm going to pack up these cards, get some order going on, and then I'm going to be right back and we'll get into the Gemini messages. Hi Geminis, welcome to your 7 to 10 day forecast. So we're going to start off by getting the overall energy for the next 7 to 10 days before we break it down in a little bit more detail. So for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising signs, what's the overall energy for the next 7 to 10 days, please? we have Show the World the Real You, full moon in Aquarius there. Okay, so this card, it is about kind of showing the real you, being vulnerable, being very authentic. But Aquarius is a very sort of, I guess, detached sign. They have the ability to kind of detach from their emotions to see the bigger picture or the higher perspective on things. So it's a card about sort of emotionally detaching from a situation to, I guess, see things from a different perspective. If you've been holding back from showing anybody or the world even the real you, this is definitely a sign that kind of wants you to awaken to the fact, I guess, that your unique characteristics are what make you special. They are what are going to attract the right people, and they are what's, I guess, it sets you apart from the rest, right? So don't be afraid to be that unique person that you are, and to just, I guess, be authentic at all times, because people will either love you for it or they'll hate you for it, but it's not a reflection of you either way. So it doesn't really matter. We're not here to please absolutely everybody, but we're just here to kind of figure ourselves out and be the real us. So whatever's kind of coming up for you in the next 7 to 10 days, it's very important to be yourself, be true, and be authentic. That's pretty much the biggest message. If you're too much in your head, maybe get into your heart. It can also be a card with some little meanings, such as maybe you need to be there for a friend in the next 7 to 10 days. And it can also be a card about a situation taking a very unexpected turn. Let's look into this a bit further and see what's going on. So Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising signs. I believe this card can also be about, like, if someone's keeping you at a distance or keeping you at arm's length, it's about not taking it personally, and about opening up and being your true self. That's what's going to help the situation the most. Perhaps that's why you need to get out of your head and into your heart. So let's take a look. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. What's going on in the next 7 to 10 days, please? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Oh, wow. That was funny, the way that flipped out. It was like a little tornado. Okay, so we have the Nine of Pentacles coming out firstly. So as an independent, even if you're not single, as an independent, it feels like this week you're feeling very stable, very nurtured, very abundant. You're feeling in a very good position. You have this level of independence where, like, your money's good, you're enjoying the fruits of your labor, all the hard work that you've been doing is paying off. Feels like you're in a pretty good energy. And then if this, actually no, I'll just wait. Okay, Ace of Swords. So there's a new idea or a new realization or new communication or even new ways of communicating coming in. And it's interesting because I was just going to say something and then I thought, no, I'll leave it. But now that the communication cards come out, I was going to say that for some of you, this could be representing somebody else, because this can be someone that you're admiring, and it can represent a single, like a bachelor or a bachelorette, or like someone who's single, but someone who's very stable, very grounded, and very like caring, nurturing. And new ways of communicating could represent that that's you opening up new lines of communication or new styles of communication, or bringing new ideas or having new realizations about this person. We'll keep going. So either you could be, oh, hello, sun. There's a realization about something or someone that makes you very, very happy. Or there's like the start of a very happy time. We'll get one more in the bottom deck, and then I will talk about this in a little bit more detail. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. But it feels like there's a realization or an epiphany had about something or someone that makes you really happy. We have the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Wands in reverse. For some of you, this is someone that you've potentially turned away from or tried to move on from in the past. Or you could be trying to move on from some sort of comfort zone that you've been in. So like if you have been someone that has maybe avoided love or connections or romance in general, if you've just been like really sort of like free-spirited in that sense, it could be leaving this comfort zone behind and moving on to something more meaningful with someone who has stirred some kind of feelings inside you and you've realized makes you very happy. Or if you are in a connection, it feels like you guys are sort of birthing a happier time. There's like a new arrival of ideas or inspiration or happiness, maybe even spontaneity. But either way, it kind of gets you out of this sort of plateaued sort of comfort zone, and it leads to something a lot more meaningful. I don't know, someone might be getting the idea or actually booking some travel. So someone might be deciding to travel somewhere with the Sun and the Eight of Cups, even the Knight of Wands in reverse, like could be quite an impulsive decision to go traveling. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. So if you've enjoyed this or if it's been helpful, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Anything can help the channel grow and I would really, really appreciate it. But regardless, thank you so much for watching and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye, Geminis. Hi Libra signs, welcome, welcome, welcome to your reading. So we're going to start by getting the general overall energy for the next 7 to 10 days, and then we're going to break it down in a little bit more detail. So this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising signs for the next 7 to 10 days from the time they are watching. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising signs, overall energy for the next 7 to 10 days, please. So we have the new moon in Leo energy. Confidence is your key to success. So pretty straightforward message. You would probably not be surprised to hear that it seems like whatever you're trying to do or trying to achieve at the moment with yourself or in your life, or whatever situation is at the forefront in the next 7 to 10 days, confidence is your key to getting a successful outcome in this situation. It can signal a time where you're going to feel more confident in your own skin as well. You're going to feel more gorgeous. You might even be getting a bit more attention in the next 7 to 10 days. You might be in the spotlight for something. You might be showing something off. But yeah, it seems like if you're willing to kind of indulge in this confident energy and be proud of who you are and what you have to offer, then maybe something really good will happen in the next 7 to 10 days. So try to, what's the right... Obviously, we're not asking you to go out here and be in your ego and be cocky. This is about being confident in like a healthy way. So it can be a card of, there's a few side meanings of this card. I think it can be a time where you're turning someone's head, or turning heads in general, perhaps, if you're in the public eye or something like that. It can be a sign that represents flirting and having fun. It can be a sign about good news for a creative project that you're working on. It can be a good omen for your children. But yeah, that's about it. So this card's really about not being a wallflower in the next 7 to 10 days. You know, own what you've got and don't be afraid to flaunt it. If you've got it, flaunt it is your motto in the next 7 to 10 days. So let's break that down and see a little bit more about what's going on. So Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising signs, what's going on in the next 7 to 10 days? Give us all the details. Give us all the tea. Oh, whoops. Okay, so Four of Swords. Yeah, I feel like, so the Four of Swords is a card about healing and recovery. And I feel like what you're healing and recovering from is potentially either like self-loathing or self-hatred or seeing yourself through a negative lens. I feel like what's healing is your perception of yourself, your self-worth, your confidence, and yeah, the way that you see yourself and love yourself. Okay, so that kind of looks like it wanted to turn around until it hit my camera tripod. So can you confirm which way is this meant to fall, please, Spirit? Sideways again. Okay, so maybe it's kind of representing the fact that it's not like it's fully healed and all the way mended just like that in the next 7 to 10 days, but maybe like you're watering that wound, nurturing that wound and slowly recovering from it. And with patience, you will end up healing that wound at its core. It doesn't mean it's never going to pop back up, or, we cycle all the time as humans. We cycle through our emotions constantly. So it's not to say that you're never going to enter that cycle again, but it seems like you're on the way to healing that core issue. Okay, so we have the moon coming out now. It feels like the moon can be about things that are hidden, things that are deep in the subconscious. So this almost feels like you're healing very, very deeply rooted wounds. I don't know if that King of Swords is meant to come out. I'll put it back in. If it wants to come out, it will. But it feels like you're healing very, very deep wounds. It feels like you could be bringing light to the wounds that you haven't acknowledged before or known of before. So there could be a surfacing of emotions that leads you to healing the way you see yourself, and working on your confidence and your self-esteem and your self-worth. Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so the Knight of Wands in reverse would definitely be someone that doesn't love themselves, doesn't have a healthy self-esteem or a healthy relationship with themselves. And then the Two of Cups underneath the deck would signal someone that does have a healthy relationship with their higher selves. They're in union with themselves. They love themselves. They have a healthy relationship with self. They're coming into alignment. So it feels like you're having a surfacing of past issues that are going to result in some emotions being released, which are really going to help you find harmony and balance and recover from it, but also rewrite your patterns and start new patterns and new ways of thinking and viewing yourself, I should say. Thinking about yourself and viewing yourself. If you're in a relationship, this can also really benefit your relationship as well. Or if you're single, it seems like loving yourself is the secret to attracting that union that you seek, that soulmate union. And look, a brand new beginning at that, healing and so whether you're in a connection or not, loving yourself more and having more confidence in yourself and your self-worth and your individuality is the secret to enhancing your love life, whether you're single or in a relationship. It's going to benefit you either way in that department. But yeah, it's also going to just develop such a beautiful relationship with yourself where there's just nothing but love and acceptance. And that will create a lot of balance and harmony in and around you. So that's what I'm seeing for Libras. If this message has been helpful, or if you've enjoyed it or it's resonated, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up or a comment or subscribe or share. Whatever you can do can help the channel grow, and I'd be so appreciative. But that's all for Libra signs. So take care, guys, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Welcome, Aquarius signs. I hope you guys are doing well. So this is a message for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising signs for the next 7 to 10 days from whenever you come across this video. And we're going to be starting off with the overall energy for the next 7 to 10 days, and then we will break it down in a little more detail. So what is the overall energy for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising signs in the next 7 to 10 days? your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. I don't know why I moved it over. We're not done with you just yet. So Capricorn is definitely the sign of hard work and success and ambition and your drive. All that good stuff. And obviously, as it says, this is saying that everything that you've been working towards, all the hard work you have been putting in lately, is all about to start to pay off. So if you've been investing in a project, it's going to start paying off. If you've been investing in your health, it's going to start to pay off. Wherever you've been directing your energy and your intention, it is about to, I guess, see really good results, or it's going to start paying off in some way. It can signify like a new, or the start of a new and improved work cycle in general. So if you're not happy with your job, it could be a time to look for something new, or set new intentions or set new goals that relate to your work that can make you happy. It can be a sign of thinking, I guess, about the long term and where you want to be in 1 or maybe 5 years' time, and starting to figure out the best strategy forward to get you there. Because you can't just say to yourself, I want to be a millionaire in 5 years, but then have no plan to get there. That's not how you manifest. You need to put in the work. So you need to get serious about your goals, is basically what it's saying, and getting serious about the things that you want to achieve. So making a plan, executing that plan, creating discipline, and really just continuing all of that hard work, because consistency will end up paying off for you. But essentially it's a card about with planning and discipline. You can pretty much do anything that you set your mind to in the next 7 to 10 days. All the intentions and effort that you put in will pay off. But this almost feels like this is hard work that you've already been putting into something, and this is where you see the payoff. So I feel like you still need to be consistent and keep doing what you're doing. It's not saying to just take the foot off the pedal, but I feel like this is where you're going to start to see some of the payoff come through. And that's where the balance kind of comes into your life as well, I think. So let us have a look. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, the next 7 to 10 days, please. What's going on? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, next 7 to 10 days. So we've got the Ace of Swords here, and we have the Queen of Wands. So the first thing I want to say is, if you receive any ideas out of the blue in the next 7 to 10 days, these could be coming directly from the divine or spirit or from a higher power, whatever you want to believe in. These are like coming through intuitively, and they should be acted upon immediately. Don't try to bring logic into the idea or figure out where it came from or figure out the ins and outs of it. Receive the idea and just have the confidence and the trust and faith in yourself to take action towards it, because it's going to lead you somewhere. That's the first thing that's coming through. It feels like whatever you are taking action upon, it feels like in the next 7 to 10 days you may receive or drum up new inspiration or new ideas, new creative ways to expand or find growth or build growth, I should say, or to progress things forward. The Queen of Wands is very determined, very confident, and she gets what she wants. So with these ideas, if you act upon them, you'll get the result you want. Okay, we have the Page of Cups. I'm not going to lie, you could be receiving communication from someone. It could be in the form of an apology. It could be someone that's a little bit younger than you, or it could be someone that is a little bit emotionally immature who's trying to express something to you. We have the Knight of Pentacles, and then on the bottom of the deck, we have Strength in reverse. I just need to quickly go check my son, and then I will come and finish this message. My apologies, guys. So where were we? Knight of Pentacles with Strength in reverse. So as a matter of fact, this could be someone who, if this is someone that's reaching out to you with communication, they could be inspired to either create or build something with you, like a creative project or some sort of business or revenue idea. Or it could be someone that wants to grow with you, like grow with you and build with you on like a personal level. So it's either like a business level or a personal level. Oh yes, I was going to just say this feels like it could be someone that you separated from in the past, or someone that maybe sees potential in you for the future, but they're not fully confident that they can have you for some reason. Like in terms of this situation, if this is another person, they see you as the Queen of Wands, beautiful, attractive, passionate, ambitious, driven, successful, confident, intuitive, artistic, vibrant, all these amazing things, and they feel like this Page of Cups and they wonder if they are enough. So it feels like they have been working on finding the strength to go for what they want. But I definitely feel there's at least one other person in this reading, and it's either on like a business level, creative potential level, or on a more personal level. But this person definitely wants to build with you. I think that they feel like you give them strength. You seem to complement each other. So they feel that what they lack, you can provide, but they're not sure about vice versa. They're not really sure what they offer in return. They just know that you seem to bring balance and peace to their energy, if it's on a personal level, or that you are a very balanced and peaceful and good energy to partner up with or team up with for something. For a lot of people, this seems to be someone who is coming they're either coming out of a relationship, or you guys used to be in a relationship, or you were in a relationship. Someone's just come out of a relationship, or you've had a relationship with this person in the past on some level. Because it does feel like, yeah, and then even looking at like the collective message and like relaying it back to that, it's like balance is returning, there's healing happening, and the stability is kind of coming back in. So that's what I am seeing. I think that's all I'm seeing. If I was to read this without putting any other people in it, it kind of brings me back to that very first message, where if you receive this idea out of the blue, you should act upon it immediately, even if it doesn't make sense. Just follow your intuition, and immediately act upon what it is and take tangible steps, and in time it will become something very stable and very balanced, and it will really be quite fulfilling for you in some way as well. So it does bring me back to that as well. But yeah, if you found this message helpful, or if you enjoyed it, or it resonated in any way, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, or comment, or share it, or subscribe. Anything can help the channel grow and help me help you guys more regularly and more often and more long term as well. But even if this is where I leave you, well, actually this is the last sign, so this will be where I'm leaving everybody. Take care, stay safe, and I look forward to connecting with you in another video soon. Bye bye.